What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing this evening? Yes, I am here. I am so very much here this evening. I told you all last night. Some of you got the memo. Some of you may not have gotten the memo. I was supposed to do this live stream yesterday, but I moved it to today. So, and let me say this. I almost didn't do it today, to tell you the truth. Just because of the sheer fact of researching this and just listening to the news reports and everything, it's draining. It's just really draining on a sister spirit. Okay, so yeah, I almost didn't do it today, but let me check the dog on audio. See how we doing. Okay. Okay, so we're good. We're cooking. We're cooking. So cooking with grease, y'all. I almost didn't come to you tonight to do this report. Now I wanted to take a different kind of, look at the hurricanes that have recently appeared, and it's truly a phenomenon. A phenomenon. And I told you all as I gave my YouTube family and friends, people and peeps, a little update that this live stream was going to take place. I was talking to you, I was driving, and I was telling you guys, we all know that the Most High Yah controls everything. Okay, He makes things happen, good or bad. A lot of people let me bust your bubble. A lot of people do not believe that the Most High Yah, He controls evil. I mean, even the devil, Satan, has to go in and report. You know, just like when Satan was going to and fro, and they went up to the Most High Yah. The Most High Yah was like, "Where you been, Satan?" Satan said, "Oh, I've been up and through and down and beneath the earth looking for somebody to mess with." Right? Satan always, he's like a lion seeking whom he can devour, right? So he always out here doing mischief. But guess what? He has to still, although he was cast out, report to the Most High Yah, because he had to report. And the Most High Yah said, "Have you tried my loyal servant Job?" Yeah, Job. And Satan was like, "Job, you got a protective hedge around Job. I'm not. What can I do with Job? You're not gonna let me hurt Job. You're not gonna let me do nothing. I'm paraphrasing if you don't know by now. You're not gonna let me do nothing with Job. Yeah, try my servant Job." And he did, but you can't kill him. But you can take his family. You can take his land. You can take his, cattle. Because Job was a rich man. And a lot of trials and tribulations Job went through, right? So I just want to let you guys know that when I was talking to you guys in the car and I was telling you all that there is the Most High Yah making things move across this plane. And then there is, hello, Rallo, how are you doing this evening? Glad you stopped in. Um, that's what's up. And oh, the real gang stalking. Oh my gosh. You can get this knowledge too. That's what's up. And what's up, Martin? How you doing this evening? Yes, I appreciate it. If y'all when y'all come on through, if y'all can get the thumbs up. But I wanted to start off with that story of Job because I want you all to know that just because you may follow the Most High Yah does not mean that you will not go through trials and tribulations. Okay, um, the Most High Yah will test his strongest soldiers, and half the time the strongest soldiers get the heaviest tests, right? And So that brings me back to what's going on here in the world today. And I'm telling you, I almost didn't do this live stream tonight because it's so much with Milton coming through. Now, it has slowed, I believe, to a category 3, but still with high winds and surges. I also saw that it looks like a tsunami may hit Florida. Yes, a tsunami. On top of that, I didn't make a video for that, but I'll show you here on the screen in a few minutes. Um, and tornadoes, not just one tornado, okay? 15 plus tornadoes have touched down also in Florida. Now, when I was in the car and I was telling you guys that who all got the memo, everybody didn't get the memo, okay? But I was telling you all that the government, I feel they have their wicked hands in it, those entities. They're all over the place, right? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but wickedness in high places. And I always like to say that to get you to understand that although you might see your government, doing things. No, 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 no. This is facts. This is facts, Rilo. I would never, ever, ever push fear because you're gonna get the videos. I always let me come full focus here. I always bring the receipts. Oh, and let me take that out because I didn't even use them on mic today. I always bring the receipts, right? Uh, you should know that. Always bring the receipts. And we don't push fear when we give those Bible verses about Job. That's overcoming, right? That is truly overcoming. Um, and so this is about what is to come and overcoming if the storm comes thy way. Okay. Um, there are people, that did try to evacuate um, off, out of Tampa, out of, oh, okay. Okay, that's what's up. Because I was like, no, 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 never. Yes, there are weather weapons. We know that as cloud seeding. And I was not going to bring all of that to you guys because, okay, Rilo. Um, I wasn't going to bring you information about weather seeding because I brought you that information long, long ago, and I've given updates about the manipulation of the weather. I mean, I even gave you that information when Texas froze over. That was pure manipulation, right? And so because the snow wouldn't burn. Remember that? I even did that science project and went outside and scooped up that snow. So we know that there's weather manipulation. And that's why I was getting ready to say we wrestle not against principalities, against flesh and blood, but principalities in high places, right? Uh, there are entities here, disembodied spirits that our government operates with. Okay, so that's where they get this knowledge, this technology. It's nothing new, like it says in the Bible. There's nothing new under the sun. But what I want to show you before I bring some of the videos out tonight, and the reason why I kind of my heart was heavy, okay, because my some of you guys know that I was married before, right? And my ex was from Florida. Okay, so I have been to Florida. Shoot, drove road trips to Florida. Okay, and the areas that this hurricane is going through is going straight through the path of people that I have met. Now, I say my ex was from Florida. That does not mean that I hate anyone or their families or anything of that nature. Just to know that it's headed down the path of the major cities. We thought it was not going to touch Orlando, Tampa, all of those, but it looks as if it may. So yeah, and a lot of people, like I was saying earlier today, this morning, they can't evacuate. And if they did, my people, my peeps, if they did try to evacuate, they're stuck now. And that's what I'm going to show you. And that's what made my heart heavy tonight, because the it's close. I don't know. I didn't get the latest update on the actual. Um, I believe it's supposed to hit Thursday around 1 p.m. In the afternoon, I want to say. But this is what made my heart heavy, because a lot of them who tried to get out are stuck on a bridge, and they're stuck in between the waterways. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys see this. Okay, so that bridge is that photo, the chopper that you seen, that was taken tonight. That is an updated video. Let me see what you're saying. It's a lot of landfills. 1 year tornado occurs because they are secret places in Florida for natural resources. Oh, for sure. For sure. Yes, indeed. Um, it struck me that it was 15 doggone tornadoes. 15. If the manipulation wasn't from the hurricanes, because we're gonna talk about that, they doggone show if they didn't try, they damn this to get some doggone manipulation with those tornadoes. That's a lot of tornadoes. We do know tornadoes do occur when hurricanes come, but not 15 at one time. This Milton is a record breaking storm because it started out of nowhere. But I want to say something, and I want you to understand that this is definitely spiritual as well. Um, I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard or have. Do you know the path that tornadoes take? There's a certain path where tornadoes start and where they finish. Okay, and I've given you when I. This is not a Bible class, so I'm not breaking down no Bible scriptures. I give it to you. You can look it up yourselves, and some of the stuff that I talked about, you already know. Okay, you already know about Job. You already know about wickedness in high places. Um, but you know that the Most High Yah, He hears the blood that cries out from all of the atrocities that has happened here in Babylon. Okay, and I mentioned that because he in Revelations he asked, "Who's going to pay me my recompense? Who's going to pay me for all of the unnecessary blood that was spilt of his children?" Okay, who's going to pay him his recompense? He hears the blood crying out. Um, we don't hear the blood crying out from the land. And so I mention this because with hurricanes, if you didn't know that hurricanes, they take a certain path, and they take the path of from West Africa, and they travel all along the way of the slave trade. Okay, and it is said that this is the spirit from the atrocities, because if you know anything about the Middle Passage, is what some of you guys may know it as. If you've seen that famous picture or drawing of the Middle Passage, where how they lined up all of the slaves like back to back to back on top of each other under in the bow of the ship when they crossed over. That is called the Middle Passage. And so for the ones who got sick, for the ones who they tortured, for the ones who whatever happened, they would toss them over into the waters, right? So that middle passage of the ocean from West Africa all the way over into where the hurricanes normally hit and land is the path of the slave trade, which we know as the Middle Passage. And the reason why I said the Most High Yah hears that cry of the blood that's spilled, because the blood was spilled not only on land, but it was spilled in the oceans as well. So I'm going to let you guys hear that, and I'm going to let you guys see my first video that I have up of Milton. Okay, now Milton is not the typical storm, but there was a meteorologist who saw something quite shocking in Milton when he was looking at the infrared screening. You know how they track the storms and everything, and he was shocked at what he saw. Now remember, we just discussed the Middle Passage. So Milton is different. But before Milton, it was Helena, if I'm saying that name right. Um, that was one. Milton is two, right? That's two that's coming. Milton hasn't hit yet, but Milton has a different look about it. Normally in hurricane season, they may get one huge hurricane, and then you might have a few weeks or a month in between before that next hurricane possibly hits. If another one comes at all, you might just get one big hurricane in hurricane season. Right now, they're recovering from Helena, and Milton's about to hit. But Milton looks a little different. Let me bring up this video. So you can see right here already. But before I let you hear about that, let's listen once again about the pathway that hurricanes take. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me check to see if that's playing or not. It might not be playing. We might have to do it a different way. Hold on, guys. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me check to see. Hold tight. I should have my earbuds in, but I didn't put them in. See, I'm gonna have to hear the feedback, the playback. Sign into. Oh my gosh, I'm not. They playing with my emotions today right now. Hold on, let me see. Let me try it one more time. If not, we're gonna do this a different way. Okay, not a problem. Okay, hold tight, guys. We're gonna do this a whole different way. I don't know why it's saying I'm not signed in. I'm trying to tell you, when information is trying to get out there, if I am not the main one to get sabotaged with that, okay? Let me bring this down. Let me bring this down. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up on here for you. We'll do it from the iPad, y'all. Ain't no one monkey can't stop no show, y'all. All right. So once again, remember that let me wipe this off real quick. The path of the hurricanes it came through West Africa all the way down into where they hit us today. So we know that as the Middle Passage, the route that it took the slave trade through. Okay, so let me turn this up.
They call it a hurricane. Why you think they call it a hurricane? That's the spirit of a black woman for what you did for slavery. All hurricanes start at West Africa at the same spot where the slaves was put on the ship. All hurricanes stay underwater and follow the same trail the slave ship followed. It'll hit this country and come up the East Coast all the way to Maine. Maine is as close to Canada as I am to this mic of Canada.
Spirit is energy, and energy cannot be destroyed. Our ancestors who suffered through the Atlantic slave trade still remember the paths of the slave ships, and nature is their representative, and God is their pilot.
Hurricanes get born. Well, a lot of the ones that hit the east coast of the United States start by Western Africa. There are disturbances out over that part of the Atlantic, and as they move towards the United States, if there's warm enough water, they get more and more powerful. As they get near the coast, that's when they start to form into really powerful hurricanes. Now, sometimes they start over there and they peter out. But here's the problem. Right now, the Atlantic Ocean is getting warmer and warmer almost every year. That's real food for these huge hurricanes. So as you look forward, look towards Africa, look at the temperature in the Atlantic. That's going to tell you something about hurricanes.
We're tracking Hurricane Milton this evening and captured this on infrared satellite. This is creepy. Now look, I'm very logical, okay? I understand pareidolia. I know what that is. We will often see shapes, faces in things like clouds, burnt toast, hurricanes, right? I understand the phenomenon, but that doesn't make this any less creepy to see. And by the way, this isn't the only time or the first time this has happened in a hurricane. These rotating storms can take on certain shapes and images that are unsettling. So again, like in my mind, I can process that that's all very logical. But this is a very well-defined looking face. You can see like a bulbous nose. You can even see like lips on this thing and a chin. I mean, it's unsettling. It's creepy. So this is what, as of 9:55 p.m. on Tuesday anyway, this Category 5 storm looked like. So continuing to track this storm, incredibly dangerous. I'm just filled with dread thinking about where it's headed and what it's going to do. This, of course, just didn't help.
Okay, guys. So there was a reason why I gave you the information about where the path of hurricanes originate at. A lot of people haven't been talking about that. And I wanted to bring it back to that this is spiritual as well as a physical manifestation through our government, those entities in high places. But I want y'all to see that picture because a lot of people don't realize that there are spirits here in this realm operating, right? And that photo of that infrared of Milton surely looked like the photo of face outline, right? If you have read the book of Enoch, you will know that the winds are held back, the spirit of the winds are held back by angels. These things are literally ready to go upon us, right? So I was like, wow, I wanted to share that with you. But I'm going to bring up another video really quick just to show you guys the other aspect. Okay. Thank you. I wanted to show another aspect of the hurricanes on dealing with our governments and powers in high places, because Milton started out of nowhere, right? But behind Milton, there's two more hurricanes that are starting up, and that is Leslie and Kirk. Leslie and Kirk are coming. I don't know if you all heard of Leslie and Kirk, but these are two more hurricanes that are actually developing behind Milton. Okay. And I'm bringing that information out to you guys because I want you to know that Milton, that looks more spiritual to me, especially as in that infrared photo, right? Now, Leslie and Kirk, they may just be manipulation. That's right, weather manipulation. Because this next video that I'm going to bring up, people are talking about they started having problems with their electrical vehicles. They were told to evacuate, but some people couldn't even evacuate. And you might ask, well, why? If they have a car, well, a lot of their cars would not start. That's right. The hurricanes are the anger of the blacks, are the anger of the black spirits that or the anger of the Most High, because he hears those voices. But we crying out the blood of the enslaved Israelites, right? Formerly known as black. Okay, so let's get to this next video that I want to share with you all tonight. Let me pull that up really quick. Some people were reporting that they couldn't leave. Their vehicles actually, those smart cars that a lot of people have. And I believe there was a movie. What was the movie called? I didn't get a chance to watch it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Rilo. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but it was recently, and it had all of Elon Musk cars, and they were going the wrong way. What was the name of the movie? Somebody can put it in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, I can't think of the name of that movie. But hold on, let me pull up another video really quick. So a lot of these people are reporting they can't get out. So they're physically forced to stay because there's some kind of electrical surge that is happening that are causing their vehicles not to start. So let's get into this next video.
Y'all.
Okay, so, and I believe this is the effect of Leslie and Kirk. If you haven't heard of them, those are the other two hurricanes right behind Milton. I don't know if they're going to form completely or will they putter out, but it's just such a phenomenon, a very strange phenomenon to have. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 hurricanes back to back to back. But let's check out this video. All right.
Y'all, I don't think the Gulf is quite golfing right. Look at this right here. Like, come on. Milton? What is that? I'm really open. I know it's a low, surface low, obviously. But look how this wind comes right here and hits like a barrier. And it starts swinging around this way. Y'all see that? All the wind's going this way. But it hits a barrier right here. And it starts going down and looping around. Like, that's right off the coast of Florida. Right, look at it. Look at that. Look where the wind is blowing really strong coming down right here. It's like there's a barrier.
And let me stop it really quick because I went to this man's comment section, and I just wanted to read some comments on what, the people were saying about this. And the barrier, but there's Whirly Twirlies, Leslie and Kirk. I believe those other two are those forming that he was like, what is this? What is this other storm surge? It really is what he's pointing at. But there's a barrier there. I don't know if you guys are aware that there have been instruments placed in the ocean that do shoot up these electrical surge. And some of you guys may know as HARP, but they're more advanced now than HARP. Oh my goodness, I knew about HARP, oh goodness, in 2000. So it's more advanced than HARP. And I'm thinking the barriers that he's witnessing, and then the worlds, are the entities in high places messing around. But anyway, let's continue. Oh, and I want to show you the video that you're about to see with the screenshot is where I first saw in this gentleman's video where he stated, what's going on here in the Gulf? The Gulf is not golfing right. And someone said, well, the cars are not starting. But people aren't reading I'm going to see. I'm the investigator, okay? I want to know what's really going on. And in his video, in his comment section, somebody said, well, the cars are not starting. We can't even start our cars. Let's continue.
I'm just wanting to know if anybody's known that a big old major hurricane. So somebody please leave this in the comments. If anybody's ever seen anything like a major hurricane and possibly something else forming like this, please leave it in the comments. Peace. Love y'all.
So this is where it's saying, the cars are not starting. This was in his comment. But now we're going to have this black lady come up, and she's going to tell you that her car's not starting.
Give you guys an update on me. It's a fucking shit show already. Like, I'm
Excuse
not
the
even
language.
So literally, I don't know why my car just wouldn't cut on. Just wouldn't cut on. The battery went completely dead. So I had to get up early this morning. When I tried to take the trash out last night, and something told me not to take the trash out last night. I'm glad that I didn't, but the car stopped me because something was going on last night. I don't know what happened, but I just didn't end up.
Let me pause again. Not only were the cars not starting, but people also have been reporting a really high frequency where they're hearing ringing in their ears. Okay, people that normally don't report ringing in their ears, you probably would hear that more along people who talk about spiritual things and things of that nature. These are just regular people that are stuck in Miami, not Miami, Tampa, Orlando, that they're just all over the place coming up saying there's ringing in their ears. They felt sick. Their cars wouldn't start and they couldn't leave Florida. So this is the other aspect of the entities in high places. Let's go.
Come over here. Get a tow guy, jump my car, and I got to take it to CarMax to get the battery replaced. Come to find out, my car isn't the only one doing this. They said roadside assistance is going off the hook right now because a lot of people cars is breaking down right now. The insurance companies is blowing up and going crazy. Something is happening. I asked her, I said, is it because of the storm? She said, yes, something about the storm is causing cars to break down. They are piled up right now at CarMax. But I'm about to go take my car up there right now. I'm going to give you guys an update on the weather and what's happening as I go. So just pray for me, because what the fuck? This is one of the realest questions. So I hate that I can't just comment back because I don't know what's going on with this TikTok and why I can't comment back to you guys. But yes, I've been hearing my ears been plugging.
Let me pause this real quick. She can't comment back because when they want to stop information from getting out, trust and believe, they're going to stop information from getting out. This is her follow-up, okay?
That sound, I've been hearing a lot of different things. It's just like, and it also, they've been feeling like they popping or something like that. It was like something in it. And I keep my ears clean to the core, so.
Just an incredible hurricane. It has dropped.
So, yeah, I believe I dropped this one already. So we're just going to listen to it.
It's dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I
So,
apologize.
this is an old
just
one. I'm going to pass this because this video was supposed to be done
record hot, as you might imagine.
yesterday.
You know which in some areas. Include.
I'm going to pause it. Now, I want to also, I'm going to show you where it also looks like a tsunami may hit. Matter of fact, before I continue with that, this is the video. It also looks like not only the tornadoes, but a tsunami is going to hit. And people in this comment section was saying, well, that's a storm surge. When I tell you guys, I used to I wasn't a professional weather girl, but I used to report the weather on the radio station too. So all of this type of stuff interests me. Okay. And so when this guy posted this video, and if you know anything about a tsunami, okay, the ocean water recedes. It's not the regular tide. You know how the tide goes in and out, the flow of the ocean goes in and out. Well, if there's a tsunami that may take effect, and these tsunamis are mostly like you might hear about those in China, Thailand, and places of that nature. Not so much the US, right? So the people who witness tsunamis, they know the waters recede, and they go out and out and out. The tide is not going in and out like it normally does, right? Like this motion like this. You know, that's hitting the sand, and then it's going back out, and it's coming, and that's just a regular flow. Okay, tsunamis go out, and the water is like it's backing away from the shore, right? It's backing away, backing away. It's building up momentum. This is what happens with a tsunami. So if you go outside, you can see, like, you can walk out into the deepest part of the ocean almost, right? This is what this man, who I'm about to show you, witnessed today. And he's asking, is this a tsunami about to happen? Well, that's normally the traits of a tsunami. The water recedes all the way back, and then it comes inland. Some people in his comment section were saying, oh, no, that's a storm surge. And I just want to clarify that there is a difference between a tsunami and how it acts and a storm surge. A storm surge comes in and the water levels rise. Okay, so, but let's look at this. This was today, 11 hours ago.
Experience a tsunami.
So, hold on for one moment.
Is Florida about to experience a tsunami? Look how low the tide is.
And then I'm going to turn it down simply because it has this music on here. But look at how low the tide is and how it's going out, okay? Now, what I want you to do, if you like, what am I looking at? I don't know what I'm looking at. I'm showing you this took place 11 hours ago. Greetings. How you doing, Melanin? How you doing this evening? This took place 11 hours ago. Okay, that the waters are receding, and that's normally the signs of a tsunami. And I'm going to point something out because there's piers, docks of the bay, sitting on the dock of the bay. Y'all know that? You ever heard that song, right? So I want you to look at the piers and how there's no water under the piers, guys. There's no water where water should be, and it's leading out, because most of y'all probably like, I just see rocks and think that that's normal, but this is not normal behavior, and this is a hurricane. This is not normal behavior for a hurricane. Oh, hold on, let me put it up right here. Now look, I want you to look at the piers. when he gets up here. You see that pier over there, and you see this pier right here. All water should be up underneath those piers. Oh, my bad. Right here, you see how all the ocean water is gone? That is not normal behavior during a hurricane. That's receding water. That's behavior of a tsunami. You see the water is not there under the piers. It's leaving, going out. Like I was giving you the example, it's pushing, pulling out. So that was 11 hours ago. And he was asking, are we about to have a tsunami? And in his comment section, they were like, oh, no, that's a surge. So what we're getting ready to look at is you'll see the different situations for a tsunami and a surge. Okay. So hold on one moment. And I probably won't play this whole video because I set this up for yesterday. So some of these videos are a little outdated.
By strong winds pushing water towards the shore. Milton will let 9 feet above the ground in some areas.
Hold on.
I don't need to tell you, global warming, climate change,
Here we go.
leading to this and becoming an increasing threat for the Yucatan, including Merida and Progreso and other areas there.
Hurricane Milton will produce surge greater than 9 feet above the ground in some areas. Storm surge is an abnormal rise in sea level that occurs during a storm. It is caused by strong winds pushing water towards the shore. Milton will likely be a major hurricane at Has
anybody seen? Okay, so do you understand the difference? What you just seen and what you just heard. You just saw in this video. That's not a surge. That is the form of that is the pattern a tsunami would take. Tsunamis pull water out towards the ocean because it's building up. Now, there were reports that there might be 60-foot waves, okay? And when I saw this video, that's when I said it just might be 60-foot waves because this you will have those type of waves when a tsunami hits. A surge is different. A surge pushes water in. So that's why you see a lot of people with their house, matter of fact, with flooding it happens rapidos, really quick. And I'll get to your comments in a minute. Matter of fact, let me see if I'm gonna skip this moment right here. And I'll show you where the surge started to happen. Okay.
Let us catch a
massive engines. It's up to my knees right now. Tampa General is doing well. It's a whole leg workout. Yeah, but yeah, it's a leg workout right here. Show them the bench. Look at the bench. Almost underwater. There's like fish nibbling at our feet. Keep in mind, full high tide doesn't come through midnight. Yeah, we got a couple hours till high tide. It's gonna rise another foot. Yeah, 2 feet. They said 8 feet. I don't know. Lieutenant Dan, prayers to him.
Okay. So you see how high that water is? That was in Tampa. When I made this video, guys, to prepare for Tuesday's night show, this was Monday night, and that was Tampa. So that's the evidence of a surge when the water rises. So there's a lot going on. That's why I wanted just to come to you guys tonight and talk to you guys about what's going on and what is not being talked about. They're talking about everything else, but what's really going on, and you're not hearing. Hold on for a minute. Then I heard maybe. Hold on, I think I skipped something. Yeah, I went all the way down. Like, what am I reading? You know, I'm here. Oh yes, yes indeed. You know, I'm here for the information. Yes, indeed. Because I'm going to give you the 411, okay? If no one else does, they're going to be talking about everything they've been hearing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to talk about what you typically have heard. You're going to hear something else. Okay, I'm going to do a deep dive into what's really going on and what your national news is not sharing with you. But the common people, the regular people, are sharing with you. But a lot of people are not hearing it, seeing it, or they can't see it put together to understand what's going on, what's really happening. Okay. Let me see. And hello to my family and friends over there on Facebook. What's good, my people, my peeps? Out. So I'm gonna pop these up here. So yes, when I seen that video, I was like 60-foot waves, possibly. But have you heard of a tsunami possibly coming? It's a lot going on. It's a whole heck of a lot going on, my people, my peeps. So I just want to give you guys the opportunity to speak. Could the tsunami just be spaceships clocked or the tunnel activity? And now don't take them over. Don't take them over the top, Melanin. Don't do it to a Melon. They don't want to hear about those spaceships. Troop. What did they say? A troop of spaceships coming this way. It's a whole lot going on in this world, guys. So I wanted to bring this information to you all really quick. You heard of a tsunami coming? All right. Yeah, that's good. You up on it. You are up on it. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about other things other than what's really happening. There's a lot in play here, and it is spiritual, and it is manipulated weather patterns that normally don't even go together. Tornadoes and tsunamis, and that doesn't even normally go together. Well, maybe a tsunami and the hurricanes would most likely go together better than 15 tornadoes, So I want you to do your own research, do your own thinking about what's going on. But before I get out of here, I don't want to just leave you with, oh my gosh, there's so much going on in the world today, and not give you some suggestions, okay? Because I did, yes, definitely spiritual. That's why I wanted to mention Job, because a lot of people don't think that, Christians are people who follow the Most High can be affected by these weather phenomenons, but they are tragedies. And you hear about people who lose loved ones who serve the Most High Yah, who lose children who serve the Most High Yah. And this is to strengthen them, to take them through the fire. Yeah, that's right, to try them through the fire. So it's not to scare anybody. It's to strengthen you, just in case you are that child of the Most High Yah, and these phenomenons or whatever comes your way. It's not for you to fear. It's not for you to think that because you serve the Most High Yah, that nothing is going to come your way. Heck, the children of Israel had to pay for the sins of their fathers, their forefathers. Okay, so there's things that are so much tied into the spiritual realm that you might have said, I give my life and change my life and serve the Most High Yah, but you don't know what your father's father, our mother's fathers did. That comes down your spiritual line, right? Your family, your bloodline. It's real, it's serious, and it can affect people who think they changed their life. Why am I being affected? I serve the Most High Yah. Well, you might just be going through the fire, being tried like true gold. Yeah, gold. And he wants to see if you about that life for real. Okay, so just to put that in that perspective. But there are different things that are going on that have not been reported. Mexico is flooding. I think Montana is on fire. The Yellowstone. Have y'all heard of the Yellowstone? Is what is the volcano in the Yellowstone? Is it Yellowstone? It's in every end of the world movie. It was in The Day After Tomorrow when it blows. St. Helen, I believe it's St. Helen in Yellowstone Federal Park. St. Helen has been acting up. Now, they said when St. Helen awakens, trouble. This is for you to understand what time you're in, okay? Look here. Wherever you're at, you have to not hide yourself from destruction and have to maneuver through different destructions. Like I said, Montana's on fire. Matter of fact, let's get that report. Because you probably haven't heard about this on, your regular news stations. Earthquakes in California. Let me see. I hope I kept it, y'all. Oh, let me show you Mexico flooding. Let's see.
In Mexico around the same time that Hurricane Helene hit North Carolina. Y'all see what happened to Mexico? Why is it only people are talking about North Carolina? Look at that, y'all. Water just everywhere. Dirty, murky, muddy water everywhere. The whole town is literally flooded with water. This is Acapulco, Mexico. Look at that, y'all.
And why haven't we heard about Acapulco, Mexico? Folks go down there for vacation.
A storm off the coast of Acapulco over here, and that's all it was supposed to be, y'all. But as soon as it touched down, it literally jumped to a Category 3 hurricane. I didn't even know about this. Look at this, y'all. Mexico experienced about 9 feet of water. Look at this, y'all. Everybody's talking about the North Carolina, but nobody knows what's going on in Mexico. Look at this. In certain parts of Mexico, the water is up to your shoulders. And the crazy thing is, Mexico almost got hit again, but now Milton is literally doing a U-turn and coming to the East Coast. Look at that. See, they got to hold on to things. That's how deep the water is. Did y'all know about this in Mexico? Bro.
Did y'all know about this in Mexico? That was right before Helene. And Helene ain't been a whole week out, has it yet? No. Yeah, facts. Hasn't been a whole week out. Nobody told you about Mexico. But Montana, let's see. Let me get the report. This is a woman walking through the flames. Oh no, that was California. Hold on. That was California. Let me get the Montana one. Let me see. And I've been knowing about this. I just don't report on it regularly because I feel that if you want to know what's going on in the world around you, you would be up on all of this different information as well. But it moved me regarding these particular storms because it's 4 of them. 4 of them, okay? And the different and strange behaviors behind them. Hold on. I don't think. Let me see. Y'all just give me a minute. Let me look up this. That's not it. Let me look up this. I might have to look it up for y'all. Pull it up. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Let me see. Fire in Montana. Okay, hold on. We're gonna get there, my people, my peeps. We're gonna get there. This was
half of Wyoming is burning right now. Nearly 73,000 acres of the Bighorn National Forest are now on fire. The previous largest fire recorded in the forest's 100-year history topped out at around 18,000 acres and took half of Wyoming is burning right now.
And that was 12 hours ago. So this is recent. This is not like months and months in between. This is back to back to back. This is back to back to back. I will finish reading that in a few minutes. Let me see. Let me give you one more. Oh, this is Montana right here. And this was right here. So I say pay attention to your surroundings and know how to maneuver, right? So before I get out of here, what we started off talking about is the hurricanes that are coming to Florida. Now we know Milton is being talked about, right? I don't know if you heard about Leslie and Kirk, but they're out in the back, they're brewing. I don't know if they're even going to develop into a category just yet, but they're out there and they're brewing. Okay. There's some electrical situations, let's say, going on to where some people could not even escape Milton because their electrical cars would not stop. Some people have the push to start type cars where their service, they would look it up and it says there's no keys to this vehicle. Just strange activities going on top of these storms. But if you are stuck, if you live in a place like Florida, there's just essentials that you should have, okay? And I do recall when Katrina had hit, how people, they did try to climb up to the attic, but they got stuck right in the attic. They could not even get out the attic to get to the roof. Now, some people, you did see them on top of the roof, when their helicopters were passing by and things of that nature, right? When the helicopters and things of that nature were passing by, but some people got stuck on the roof, right? And so I want to say an axe. An axe is something that you would probably want to have and have it in places, just like when you in your home, you should have a fire extinguisher, okay? Or in your vehicle as well, you should have a fire extinguisher. Not to say you're looking for a fire, not at all. Not to say you want something tragic to happen, right? No, this is just being prepared. Okay. And so I would think that if you lived in a place potential for hurricanes or floods, that you would want to have an axe and have an axe stored in the highest place of the home and maybe one below, just in case you in a panic and forget, but you see the access is in the garage and you see the axe right there. You can grab it and head up to the roof in case you have to chomp out the rooftop to escape the roof out of the flood waters. And that might be something that will save your life or your family's life. So these are some things that I was thinking about if you're in these regions, especially dealing with water, uh, life jackets. A lot of people, I really have not seen any life jackets. Only the life jackets I've seen are when rescue teams come in, and then they're throwing down life jackets. But what if you are setting up residency somewhere in that particular area? Would it hurt for you to purchase life jackets for you and your family, especially your little ones? But I say to you, for you adults, to have life jackets as well, because water that is surging and moving is very strong. And to have good grade life jackets available and have them in your emergency spots, just like you would have practiced a fire drill, you would want to have these life jackets and these essentials and emergency evacuation spots so that you won't be fumbling around um, when push comes to shove. Because some people have gone to sleep thinking, oh, it's just raining, and they wake up to these surges in their home and the water is literally up to their chest. So if you already have these things in particular areas latched down to where they won't just float away, I think you have a better chance of survival, you and your family. So let me see. Emergency lights. And when I say emergency lights, not just any lights. You want lights that are encased, waterproof lights. Okay, you want lights that flash. Okay, if you don't know how to do SOS, most rescue teams, when they see the flashing lights, that will indicate where you are and help them if they're out there rescuing people at night. And they can't see. If you have these flashing lights that are waterproof, that won't electrocute you, that you can use whether it's wet or dry. These are lights that may cost a little more money, but it's an investment if you live in these type of regions, okay? And then last but not least, I have seen survival kits where they have rafts that pop open or blow up rafts. I would now I say these are investments, so don't think I'm not buying all this. But I'm saying if you, especially if you live in the path of hurricanes where they hit, because some people, the hurricane will hit, destroy the homes, and they'll come back and rebuild. Okay, so a lot of people do this all the time. Okay, from Puerto Rico, they got hit and they come back in and they rebuild. So these are just investments that you would want to have if you're going to go back in and rebuild, or that these potential weather phenomenons are going to come your way. These blow up rafts that just pop open. I mean, the world is different today. They have so many gadgets that can potentially save you or your family's lives. Because you have to realize when those storm surges come in, they're pushing in the sea life. They're pushing in in Florida, they have a lot of swamp. Is this preparing 101? It's just a little something, something. You just a little something, something. And I'm that type of person too. I do like to know a little something, especially have a bug out bag for other areas. But this is something like an ultimate bug out bag. Things of that nature. Um, yes, thank you, Rilo. Yes, and so I have a bug out bag. I have one. I have to make another one for the house, but I do keep a bug out bag in my car. Okay. And I have food in that bug out bag. It's food that lasts, and I've shared that with you before, but that are vacuum sealed. Hard vacuum sealed, not something that you can go buy and vacuum seal. This is standard grade vacuum sealed food that lasts for 5 years. So you don't have to worry about checking the date other than 5 years from the time you purchase it. And these little things you can have in a bug out bag, especially. I, I implore you, especially if you have children that are of an age that can eat. Um, they're going to first be scared, just like the adults are going to go through these different emotions when it comes to a crisis situation. They're going to be scared, but once you make it to the roof, you're safe up there. Hunger is going to kick in. Okay. And food is a comforter. We know that because we all can get on the couch and get comfort by that ice cream and cake sometimes, right? So food is a comforter, and that can help bring down stress levels for not only the parents but for the children as well. So I implore you to probably have some of these vacuum sealed foods, not a ton of them, okay, but some of them, so it can potentially help you to where even if the rescue team doesn't come your way, if you're up on the rooftop and the water has to subside, usually it subsides maybe in 2 to 3 or 4 days. And while it's subsiding, you can have something to feed the children, okay, in yourselves. But most likely, you would want to feed your children first. And like I said, it is a comforter in such a stressful situation. So, um, yep, and dry clothes. If you can put something in a vacuum sealed bag yourself, something dry socks, shirts for the family. Vacuum seal it and put it in your bug out bag. So when you have the opportunity to take off your wet clothes, you want to do that as soon as possible without being saturated. You don't want to try to change and it's still storming and wet. But when the weather subsides and the eye of the storm passes and the major devastation of that storm passes, you want to try to get out of those wet clothes as soon as possible, because you do not want hypothermia to set in, okay, because that is something that can take you out very quick and rapidos, very fast. So these are just some things that you should consider, think about, and have little drills with your family, just like a fire drill, just like I've talked about in cases of emergency. Do your children know what to do? And trust believe, these children are so very smart. Do not underestimate your 3-year-old, okay? Because parents have taught their 2 and 3-year-olds to dial 911. And guess what? Some parents have been saved by their 2 and 3-year-old because they knew how to go and pick up that phone and dial 911. So don't underestimate your children. And have drills, I say, because it will give them in the mindset, or put them in this mindset of being calm, or the calmness will kick in, okay? Because what if something happens to you? Okay, these children will know what to do. There was I don't know if you guys had heard about, there were some children that were missing in the jungles of Peru. I believe it was the jungles of Peru. It was a 12-year-old girl and all the rest of the children. It was about 10 of them, y'all. It was about 10 of them. It was a 12-year-old. The oldest one was a 12-year-old girl. And then the rest of the children were very, very young. And they went missing in Peru for like 15 days in the jungles of Peru. And they had sent search teams out for them. They couldn't find them, and they're out there looking. And the older elder of the village was doing a report, and he was like, I just know, I feel that they will make it out, because the little girl, he said, she was trained. She is from this area, and she was trained, and she knows the jungle, and she knows how to survive in the jungle. And y'all, because I don't like for y'all to think I'm just making up something. I hope it was Peru. Let me see if I can pull it up before we get out of here, because I want to just nail home this fact. After 15 days of them children being lost in the depths of the jungle, do y'all know what's in the jungle? lions, no, tigers, bears, no. But there are very dangerous beasts, snakes, all kind of things, ants, all kind of creepy crawlers in the jungles. Okay, this little girl had all these children survive off of her skill sets that she was taught young, at a young age. And this report, I think, was maybe a year or two ago. So hold on. 12-year-old survives with 10 children in the jungles of Peru. Let's see if I can pull it up. 40 days. Well, is that the same one? Hold on, let me see. 40 days, children found alive deep in the Amazon jungle. Hold on. 4 children survived deep in the Amazon jungle. I don't know if that's the same one. 4 children. Hold on, let's listen to it. If it's not, if they don't start off with moments 4 children found after spending 6 weeks in the jungle. Hold on, let's see. Let's see if this is the one. I don't know if they're going to do the report. Oh no. Now I need somebody to report. We're not reading your captions. I'm not going to go on a tangent, but I never understood why people do video and then expect you to read the captions. You might be driving and want to hear the story, right? Anyway, well, I can understand the captions, but usually there's talking on top of the captions. Let's see if this one gives a report.
4 young children have survived in the Amazon rainforest for 40 days after their plane crashed. All are brothers and sisters.
No, this
the eldest is 13 years old and the youngest a 1-year-old baby. The Colombian military had found footprints and discarded fruit during an extensive search, giving them hope the children might still be alive. They were miraculously found in the middle of the night, all alone, and are now receiving medical attention. 3 were killed in the crash in May, including the children's mum. The country's president has said finding the group was magical and that the children are an example of survival. 4 young children have survived in the Amazon rainforest for 40 days after their plane crashed. All are brothers and sisters. The eldest is 13 years old and the youngest a 1-year-old baby.
She was 13 years old with a 1-year-old. 13 with a 1-year-old. It was 4 and the other 2 or 3 died in the plane crash with the parent. But this just nails home the point that when you train your children in the way they should go, you know what I'm saying? Or you train your children properly, they can survive even without you. And she was 13 and she pulled a 1-year-old through that jungle, y'all. Some of y'all grown adults would be having a hissy fit, right? So I'm glad you guys stopped in tonight. And yeah, I wanted just to share this information with you to let you know this is definitely spiritual, what's going on. And it's a combination of, that weather seeding, cloud seeding, all that. It's a combination, but there's definitely things going on in the world. And wherever you're at, be prepared and prepare your children. It's about staying ready. I say if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. All right, I'm out.